Actually, yesterday I got a call from Barbara, who's the woman who's coordinated us going out to help the hospice of the Conejo. And she wanted to let us know that the families are still talking about what we did for them. And one case in particular, an agent brought a hydrangea, how do you say it?
Hydrangea.
That plant right there. Yes, I'm not a plant person, only a vegetable person. Anyhow, so they brought that plant. The mom, she was dying in the bedroom. The son was there. The son said that he wanted to make sure that that agent knew that that plant made so much of his mother's last day. Okay, so she did pass away, but you know what? He wanted everyone to know he's planting that plant outside. And I just thought, that is so awesome.
That was me!
And it made a big difference. It made a big difference, and they wanted us to know this. And then I got a letter from actually the executive director, and she said, "Dear Terry, just to let you know, we have been receiving calls from our hospice families who were visited on Thursday by Keller Williams agents. They are so very grateful that the community has not forgotten them. This was truly kind, thoughtful, and selfless effort put forth by your team. Milk and cookies, bundt cakes, muffins, the stories are pouring in from our families, and they can't stop talking about it. They also are telling us what was very meaningful to them was having a personal visit from the agents. Terry, please know that your agents, or should I say, angels, nourished both bodies and souls. To all of you at Keller Williams, a heartfelt thank you from all of us at the Hospice of the Conejo." Wow. Did we make a difference, guys? Did we make a difference? So I would like to hear from you guys what that day meant to you. Does anyone want to say anything about what they did that day or how it was?
He told me that's what he liked. He liked cookies, and so I didn't get to see the lady because she was really sick. But he was so lonely. He had been sitting in this house just by himself and having people come in and out, and it just truly broke my heart. And so I brought my children with me, and they were running around, and he was just fine with it. You know, there was like life in the house again, and so it was really awesome.
Craig, I know Nadia and Craig did a house where they went out and did the yard work. You guys want to stand up and give a little feedback on your day?
He's a good speaker. I don't like to speak in front of crowds. How can I say? The lady that we met was very happy to see us over there. The first thing she wanted to do, interesting enough, is show us her house. She showed us everything that she's done there, and very proud of her garden or whatever. And then she had specific things that she definitely wanted us to do.
Yeah,
around
we did
there.
a good job.
And we worked hard, definitely worked hard. We were there for about 2.5 hours, and she was definitely very appreciative, to see us there. So.
Awesome. And Cecilia, thank you so much for doing that on your birthday.
Oh, thank you. I enjoyed it. It was very important for me to know that, like I told you before, I love gardening, and I've been so busy, I don't have a chance to go in my own backyard. And on my birthday, I was there doing the very thing that I love the most. So that was great.
That's awesome. Terry Moylan?
Well, I came streaming through here, and I hadn't signed up. And Terry said, "Well, we still have 2 more people. 2 more people. Can you do it?" And I was like so busy, and I said, "All right, I'll do it." Then she said, "Here they are, East End to see me."
I saved those for you.
Then I'm standing there. I said, "Okay, where's the stuff? Where's the stuff? The stuff? No, you have to go get the stuff." Oh, okay, I have to go get the stuff. So I got Raymond, and we went and got the stuff. And I didn't bring flowers because for me, I wanted to bring a plant, because to me, flowers represent they're going to die, and so I wanted to bring a living thing that was going to live. And then we went and got the bundt cakes because I sent Raymond out to get something. He got the bundt cakes. But anyway, what I wanted to say is that it was such a rewarding time. It probably took me all of an hour and 15 minutes to go out and come back. And just like what you said, I mean, it was just so rewarding. And on the way back, Raymond and I in the car said that, you know what, we have so much to be thankful for. Sometimes you have to, stop and smell the flowers so you can see how thankful we are.
I had a couple here in Westlake Village, and the gal, they had been married for over 60 years, and her husband is is terminally ill. And so it was great though, because I got to sit, I brought him an orchid, and then I brought him cookies. And we were able to just sit and visit. He was a scientist. And so even though he wasn't able to talk, she basically told the whole story of how they had met, you know, when they got married, the kids that they had, their grandkids, where they live. And, you know, I think it was just more comforting for her to be able to have someone to visit with, because the caretaker often gets, you know, kind of put aside, and people forget, you know, how lonely they get too. So it was a wonderful, wonderful time.
Stephanie and I went to go visit this lady. She was, oh, I'm sorry. She was an 87-year-old woman, and unfortunately her husband had just passed away in November.
After 68 years of marriage.
68 years of marriage also. And you could tell she had the heater on really hot, so we walked in, it was a hot day, we're like, oh. She's a thin lady, she was really cold, you know, cold all the time. And she had problems with, she had a cataract in her eye, right, that she had just had surgery. So she had some health problems, but she was still able to go around. She was walking around with a little walker. And I had called her before and I asked her, would you like cookies or what would you like? Is there anything I could bring? She goes, how about muffins? I haven't had muffins in a long time. So she was very excited. We brought muffins and a plant for the same reason. We just thought it would be great because it was a living plant. And we sat there and we talked to her for about at least 45 minutes to an hour.
She wouldn't let us go. Walking out the door and
she
she's
was
talking
so sweet though. We just really bonded with her, and she's actually a little firecracker. She was telling us dirty jokes. And it was sad. She has boys that one lives in Chicago and doesn't get to see her. The other one lives in Palm Springs, so she doesn't get visitors other than the people that come to take care of her for baths. So Stephanie and I had agreed we're going to periodically go in there and say hi to her and continue to visit her, and she really wanted us to do that. That's very sweet lady. It was definitely a very moving experience, and just like Terry said, you just feel like afterwards you're like, wow, we have so much to be thankful for, and you know, so if we can make some kind of an impact on her life, but just going in there, just go, you know, a few times during the month, just to say hi and just touch base with her, it meant so much to her. You could tell. She hugged us on the way out. She was so happy.
I have to tell you this if you're open to it. Do you know what her dirty joke was? On her little, thing, leaning, and she's this big, and she goes, how do you make a hormone? And we're like, I don't know. How? Don't pay her. That's her joke. I thought it was hilarious. She's from Canada. God bless her.
It just told us how much it meant to her, because she has been the caretaker of her husband, and now she is not doing well. So everything is behind, and it really made a tremendous difference. And she said, you know, I always was a person that gave back, and I really appreciate now that someone's given to me. So, guys, I'm so proud of you all, and so proud of you for taking the time. I know it's a hurried day of, you know, real estate and doing things for other people, but we truly made a difference, and it just showed that you guys were able to take the time and do that. So thank you so much.